Hi everyone and welcome to Murder UK with me, Vanessa. Today we're at Stafford Crematorium and we're here to pay our respects to Police Constable David Rathband. David was shot in the face while on duty, causing him to lose his eyesight. While in hospital recovering, he set up his own charity, helping other emergency service workers and their families. This charity was called the Blue Lamp Foundation. He also won the Pride of Britain Award for his bravery, making him a national hero. This is the story of PC David Rathband. Police Constable David Rathband was born in 1968 in Stafford to parents Keith and Marilyn. He was one of 5 siblings and was an identical twin brother to Darren. Like most twins, they were very close and shared a unique bond that was evident to the end. After leaving school, David qualified to be a plumber, and soon after he met Kath. Both were young and ambitious, and amid doubt from both families, they were married in Stafford in 1992. They soon welcomed their first child, Ashley, and then a few years later, their only daughter, Mia, was born. David's ambition was to become a police officer, and in the year of 2000, his dream became a reality when he was offered the chance to become a police officer with Northumbria Police. He went on to pass his sergeant's exam 3 years later, but stayed as a police constable to become a traffic officer, the role he wanted, and joined the traffic division in 2006, enjoying some of the most satisfying years of his career. David also voluntarily trained to become a family liaison officer, helping bereaved families who had lost loved ones in road traffic accidents. In July 2010, things would change for the worse. While on duty, a gunman was at large, causing mayhem around the area of Newcastle. Roll Moat had only been released from prison 48 hours prior and had already shot and killed his ex-girlfriend's new boyfriend, Christopher Brown. Moat was taunting police and making threats to shoot and kill as many officers as he could. Police were on their guard, as they knew he was deadly serious. PC David Rathband was on duty, and in the early hours of Saturday the 4th of July, he parked his patrol car on the A1 Western Bypass in Newcastle, looking out for lawbreakers and the lone gunman, when, out of nowhere, a tall, dark figure approached his patrol car from the passenger side and shot David twice at point-blank range in the face before disappearing. David managed to call for help on his radio. It was a miracle he was still alive when emergency services arrived. David was rushed to hospital, but unfortunately, he'd lost his sight in both eyes and was blinded. While in hospital, recovering from his injuries, David set up a charity called the Blue Lamp Foundation. The charity provides support to emergency workers who have been injured in the line of duty and assists them and their families with day-to-day living costs. David also won the Daily Mirror Pride of Britain Award for his bravery, making him a national hero, and he even went on to write his own autobiography, appropriately named Tango 190. You see, not all superheroes wear capes. Police Constable David Rathband was one of the heroes in life that, even with his horrific injuries, still wanted to help others. Sadly, in February 2012, aged only 44 years, David took his own life due to struggling with his disability and was laid to rest at Stafford Crematorium, next to his niece, Naomi Essery, who sadly passed away in 2002. So here we are at David's graveside. So if we take a look at the stone, and I have to say it's probably one of the nicest stones that I've ever seen. The detail is just beautiful. So there is reference to his police car and his hat, and there's also a medallion on here as well. If you scan that on your mobile phone, that will direct you to a website that will give you a more detailed story about David. So if you just take a look at the inscription, it reads, "In loving memory of an inspirational and courageous man, Police Constable David John Rathband, Tango 190. On the 4th of July 2010, David was seriously injured in the line of duty and was left fighting for his life. Despite horrific injuries and the loss of his sight, his courage, determination, and fortitude enabled him to battle on. Out of his darkness, David founded the Blue Lamp Foundation to help other emergency workers injured in the line of duty. Due to his tenacity and the will to succeed, he became the pride of Britain. A life without sight became too much to bear. David left us on the 29th of February 2012, aged 44 years. David was not blind to the shortcomings of others. Love would have been enough. So there is reference to the Blue Lamp Foundation on the gravestone, and there's a lot of personal messages as well. And if we just take a look over there, David's actually buried next to his niece, Naomi. So we're going to lay the 2 flowers today, one for David and one for Naomi. God bless you, David. I really do hope you're resting in peace.